Yo, it's your boy, the Sensei, HollyHood's Sensei of the Blur Cartel, CEO status. We are in the building. Once again, this is Welcome to HollyHood, episode 10. You know what I mean? It's your boy, HollyHood Sensei of the Blur Cartel, CEO status. You see the name, aka sliding down your chimney. You know what I mean? Welcome to HollyHood. We are back, And to the folks that's been watching, I know, you know, we've had a theme on this joint for weeks since I started. But I'm just gonna let y'all know now, I'm switching things up completely. All new topics, all that. I'm still gonna keep my two things could be true. Still gonna keep it if you knew better, you do better. But we just gonna switch up some of the content, some of the stuff that I want to talk about, because I'm not I am not a relationship guru. You know what I mean? I don't want to put out this persona or this whatever. I'm trying to figure out what the words I'm trying to say. Put out this image that I'm some type of relationship guy. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. It's some things that I can speak on because of what I experienced and what I know. So I will still have some of those topics in there, but I'm just trying to go in a whole new direction, talk about a whole bunch of different other things. This is supposed to be you guys as the fans stepping into the mind of the Sensei, HollyHood, me. So it's a lot of shit that needs to be talked about. You know what I mean? From my perspective. And tonight we are, you see the title, this is a 2022 hip hop review. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on tonight on this episode. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of shit that's been circulating throughout, social media as far as lists that been dropped, as far as like top 10 rappers, top songs, top albums, all that. So I'm going to get into all that. I'm going to, let y'all know my opinion on all those matters and whatnot. And yeah, so we gonna get into that tonight. I'm gonna talk my shit, probably gonna rant a little bit, but that's what's gonna go on tonight. I'm gonna give you my review of the 2022 year, in hip hop. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna break down some of these lists that been put out. Yeah, man, I got my own list as well that, I'm gonna talk about. So that's what we gonna get into tonight. It's your boy, the Sensei. Make sure you see the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Follow the Blur Cartel on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. You know what I mean? Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts for your listening needs. You can hear the Roundtable Discussion podcast on there. You can also hear the What It Sound Like podcast on there as well. And shout out to What It Sound Like. We are on, you see at the bottom of the screen, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. So make sure you follow us, get down with What It Sound Like. You know what I mean? We on all social media platforms as well, And shout out to What It Sound Like. We just did our Christmas song tournament. You know what I mean? It was a hell of a time. It was a great episode. Make sure you go check that out. It's on the YouTube page, the Blur Cartel YouTube page, the What It Sound Like YouTube page. Yeah, I mean, you could go and watch that stream. We did a whole almost 2 hours. We talked about Spotify Wrapped. I had the lovely Lala. It's so random on the show, So definitely make sure you follow her on all social media platforms as well. I mean, that's Lala is so random with a Z. You know what I mean? You make sure you go follow my baby. But she joined us last night on there. What It Sound Like Christmas tournament. Carol of the Bells won. Carol of the Bells won the tournament last night. So on Thursday. So, I was pulling for Donny Hathaway this Christmas. You know what I mean? It should have won, but it didn't. But Carol of the Bells is a banger. I ain't even gonna hold you. I went back. I listened to the joint. It's a banger. So Carol of the Bells won the Christmas tournament, even though I still believe This Christmas by Donny Hathaway should have won the tournament. But anyway, I mean, thanks for everybody that's gonna rock with me tonight. Let's get into what we here for, man. I'm about to talk my shit tonight. First and foremost, I just want to say this year, like I know I'm talking about hip hop tonight, but just music in general this year was just on another level for me personally. Like, I mean, it was one of the best years in music. You know, I've heard, like, I put it up there with, like 2018, 2020, 2016, 2012, like 2004, shit like that. Like, yo, this year was one of the best years in music. I mean, I've heard in my life. Like, as far as rap goes, I did an episode a few weeks ago where I gave you my top 25 albums of this year. And listen, I heard so much great music this year. Like, man, it's just 2022 outdid itself, and I'm just looking forward to 2023 to see who's going to drop, see the new music that's coming out. I listened to a whole lot of new artists this year, people that I, wasn't on my radar before, but because I'm doing a music podcast where we review albums and everything else, I got a chance to tune into some people that, you know, I wasn't even thinking about listening to. And when I did, I immediately became a fan. Like this year, like bro, I heard like a whole Harry Styles album for the first time this year. And to me, that was the second best album of the year behind Beyonce's Renaissance. You know, that was just come on, bro. Renaissance was amazing. You know what I mean? But Harry's House was but we talking hip hop tonight. I had a lot of I had a lot of hip hop albums on that top 25 as well. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers actually came in third place on my list. So, but we're gonna get into that because I seen a couple lists that was talking album of the year, and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was not on the list, which was it's blasphemy. Like, did you not hear the album? Like, for that album to not make a top 10 is just completely blasphemous. But I've seen some other publications, that have credited that album with top 10 or even called it album of the year. So it got the respect it deserved. You know what I mean? And it's, if you didn't know, I am a Kendrick Lamar stan. Like, I mean, Kendrick can do no wrong to me. Like, he's a legit god when it comes to this music shit. So, but yeah, let's hold on. Let me upload some to the StreamYard real quick. Let me get real ghetto real quick. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know how I do on this joint. You're gonna see two HollyHood's on the screen real quick. You know, Clone Jutsu, Shadow Clone Jutsu. You know what I mean? Shadow Clone Jutsu. But we about to get into this. There's a few lists that I want to break down that we about to get into. But hold on, there's something else that needs to be uploaded to the StreamYard. I don't understand why it's not on here, but we are about to put it on there. And it's done. Okay, so now we back. So the first thing I wanted to break down and get into was Brian B. Miller's top 10 best rappers of 2022. Now, he said this is based on skill, performance, and presence. So he has Pusha T at 1, Gucci Man at 2, J. Cole 3, Kendrick 4, Jid at 5, 21 Savage at 6, Kodak Black at 7, Drake at 8, Ransom at 9, Lil Wayne at 10. Now, I listen to all 10 of these guys that are on this list. So, it's good taste in music, but my biggest gripe with this is how in the fuck is Gucci Man number 2? Like, how is Gucci number 2? Like, and I've listened to several Gucci Man projects this year, and for the best rapper in 2022, number 2? No. No. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, Gucci doesn't even crack the top 10 for me. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. He doesn't crack the top 10. Like, and he had a solid year, but for not to have a little Dirk on this joint or even a little baby, Shay Noir on here, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Benny the Butcher, not even on this joint, but Gucci, like, come on, bro. Let's stop it. And then Lil Wayne at 10. What did Wayne do this year? Like, if anybody's watching, anybody in the comments, tell me, what did Wayne do in 2022 to warrant a top 10 rating? Like, you know what I mean? Am I missing something? Like, did he give us some good verses this year? Yeah, he did. But to be in the top 10, no. I'm sorry. Like, Pusha T at 1, uh, you know, I could see why Pusha T would be at 1, because of It's Almost Dry. It's Almost Dry was a very, very solid album, very good album. We reviewed it on the What It Sound Like podcast, which you can watch every Thursday on the Blur Cartel at 7 p.m. But we reviewed the album and it got very high score. So, I could see why Pusha would be in the top 10. Number 1, I don't know. For me, J. Cole would be number 1 this year. Like, just off of the Johnny P's Caddy verse alone, J. Cole would be number 1. But also, you had D-Day drop from Dreamville, which is another solid project, which also features another rapper that's on this list, JID, Jid, who also released a great album with this year, The Forever Story, which we also reviewed on the What It Sound Like podcast. One of the best, just most artistic albums you're ever going to hear this year. Jid did his, just like, the bars, the storytelling, everything that went into that album was just great. You know what I mean? So I agree with him being in the top 10. 21 Savage had a hell of a year as well. You know what I mean? So him being in the top 10, I want to talk about Ransom, though. I believe Ransom should be higher because he had one of the best albums of the year with No Rest for the Wicked. And I'm happy to see that Ransom is getting the recognition that he's getting, the attention that he's getting, because the man been a spitter since, since he was, rocking with, let me get this off the screen for y'all, but so y'all can see me. But Ransom, he been a spitter. Like, he been, he was rocking with DJ Clue and them, doing songs with Fab, Joe Budden, and all them. And, I done heard plenty of songs with him, Fab, and Joe Budden on it. And Ransom was like, when I first heard him back in, I want to say like 04, 05, I'm like, yo, this dude right here is crazy. He's fire. Like, he's a true spitter. Like, his pen really works. And the guy is magnificent when it comes to the bars. Like, I would literally, because of the shit he was spitting this year, he would literally be in my top 5. Like, that's how good Ransom was this year. But for me, my top 10 rappers of this year, I had J. Cole at 1. I had Kendrick 2. I go Jid 3. I had Jid 3. 4, I had Pusha T. 5, I got Ransom. And then, 6, I got Benny the Butcher. 7, I'm gonna go Boldy James. As like Boldy James had a hell of a run this year. Like, if you don't listen, if y'all ain't on Boldy James yet, I don't know what the fuck you smoking, but you need to pass it to me. Cause Boldy James is a fucking monster. Like, I mean, he's a monster. Like, he dropped the Killing Nothing this year, which was the album of the week on What It Sound Like Fire. You know what I mean? Fire John came out in May, 13 songs. Then he dropped Fair Exchange, No Robbery came out in September. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy project. Fair Exchange, No Robbery with Nicholas Craven. And then he just dropped in November, Mr. 1008. Like, listen, if you like that gritty shit, that street rap, the drug talk, yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, he's part of Griselda, so I mean, Boldy James was on his shit this year. Like, he definitely deserved a spot in the top 10. I got him in the top 10. Yeah, I mean, and then also I said Boldy at 7, 8. I'll go Drake. I'll give Drake his props this year. He Drake was spitting. You know what I mean? So I'll give him his props. Then I'll go 21 Savage at 9. I mean, and then rounding out number 10. I mean, for me, it's really between Kodak Black and Lil Durk. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Durk stepped this shit up this year. You know what I mean? And but Kodak dropped Super Gremlin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Kodak dropped Super Gremlin, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kodak. I'm gonna go Kodak at 10. You know what I mean? But I don't have Gucci Man in my top 10. I don't have, who else did he have on this list? I don't have Lil Wayne in my top 10 either. Like, I mean, I don't know what Gucci and Wayne did to, and this is, as he said, based off skill, performance, and presence. You know what I mean? That seemed like more of a, if we judging battle rappers type of thing, to be honest. But, you know, no diss to Gucci, no diss to Lil Wayne. I just don't believe they were the top in the top 10 spitters this year. You know what I mean? It's just I don't see that. That's and I love Wayne. Like, Wayne is my guy. Like, matter of fact, hold on. I gotta remove Kodak Black. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm removing Kodak Black from my list, and I'm also taking off 21 Savage, and I'm adding Lupe Fiasco and Joey Badass. Sorry. Like, drill music and Zion. Come on, we also another album reviewed on the What It Sound Like podcast. You know what I mean? And then Joey Badass dropped 2000, another album that was reviewed on the What It Sound Like podcast. Like, Joey, that was one of the best albums I heard this year from Joey Badass. Like, I mean, he is one of the best spitters in the game. He always brings back that 90s feel when he rap. Like, I mean, you get that, that boom bap feel that, you walking around, you got your Walkman on, about to hop on a train. I mean, he give you that, it give you that nostalgic 90s feel. You know what I mean? And the bars the bars are hard. You know what I mean? It's not like he bubblegum rapping. You know what I mean? He giving you real shit, and you know what I mean, he's nice with it. Like, Joey Badass is really one of the best rappers in the game. And he proved it this year with that 2000 album. You know what I mean, the album that got very high reviews from us on the What It Sound Like podcast. So yeah, I'm gonna go, like I said, I got Cole, Kendrick, Jid, Pusha T, Ransom, Benny the Butcher, Boldy James, Drake, Lupe Fiasco, Joey Badass. That's my top 10. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have Gucci Man or Lil Wayne in my top 10. I don't know how, Gucci was the second best rapper of 2022. And I don't even remember, maybe I wasn't plugged in like that. You know what I mean, to Gucci. But I don't remember any memorable verses from Gucci in 2022. Like, you know what I mean? I don't. Like, he had the So Icy Gang, the Re-Up John. He had the Rumors John with Lil Durk, which I did like. I did fuck with that song. Serial Killers was another one that I also fucked with. You know what I mean? And he also had the So Icy Boys. 22 that dropped in when did that drop? In October. Yeah, I mean the joint had 56 songs on it, but I think it was just so icy entertainment type of thing. I mean 1017 whatever. But Gucci, he had a solid year, just not a top 10 year. Like he didn't have a top 10 year. I'm not going to go that far and say Gucci had a top 10 year. So, you know, and that's just my take on that one. But let's get into the next John. You know, this is the John right here that had me like, huh? So you had Billboard's top 15, rap songs, hip hop songs, whatever you want to call it. So they had Glorilla and Hit Kid with, Fuck Nigga Free, Pushing P, Gunner, Future, and Young Thug, Wait for You, Future, Drake, Tim's, Lil Uzi Vert with Just Wanna Rock. I don't know how that, like, and I love Just Wanna Rock, but Uzi literally says nothing in that song, like nothing. Like I don't know how Shorty Got That Body Yada Yada is a top five song of 2022 rap song like no, like come on. And I love Uzi. Is Philly. I'm Philly biased like a motherfucker, but we're not doing that. Jimmy Cooks, from Drake. That was honestly, one of the hottest songs I heard this year. Was it the best song on Honestly Nevermind? No, because we know how sticky it gets. But that's not even the best song on there. Overdrive is the best song to be honest. But yeah, we got Jimmy Cooks on here, Glorilla and Cardi with Tomorrow too. And I actually love that song because Cardi ran that joint. But is it one of the top songs, like bar for bar lyrically of the year? No, it's not. Kendrick with Rich Spirit. Okay. Quavo and Takeoff with Hotel Lobby. We seen everything as far as the TikToks, how the song is trended. And RIP to Takeoff. I even did my own little TikTok video with the song. So the song definitely deserves a spot because it's just like it's a cultural hit right now. Sparks Fly, When Sparks Fly from Vince Staples, Fire John. God did, really. The song was fire. It's carried by Jay-Z's verse, but is it a top tenner for me? I don't know. Doja Cat with Vegas, no. N95 with Kendrick, yes. Munch, no. Like, no. Come on. I'm like Ice Spice. To me, she is the female version of the baby. And when I say that, I'm saying every song that I hear from her is the same flow, just like the baby. It's the same flow on the same beat, just like the baby. Like, it's like it's rinse and repeat with Ice Spice. And this song was a viral hit. It put her on the map, but the song is ass. Like, I'm gonna just keep it being like, and I'm not hating. I know a lot of people may be like, oh man, because a lot of people just say, people be hating on the women in rap and all that. No, I definitely champion a lot of the female spitters out there. The Shay Noirs, the Love the Geniuses, the Armani Caesars, those of those names, the Rhapsodies, the ones that actually have the bars. The Megan Thee Stallions and stuff like that. But Munch, no, that song is not, no. Lil Baby with California Breeze, no. Lotto, Big Energy, no. Like, is that even a hip hop song? Like, because for me, Big Energy is more of a pop record. That was the record that, put Lotto in a different lane. That's more of a pop record to me. Like, it's not a rap song. Like, so let's get to breaking down this list here. FNF, is it the number one song? No, not by a long shot. Did it have a huge cultural impact and it, put Glorilla on the map and put her where she is now? Yes, it did. And I actually like that song. The beat is fire. She was spitting on that John, but the number one rap song of 2022? No. No, not even close. Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. Gunna, Future, Young Thug, Pushing P. Was the song? I mean, was it a good song? Yes, it was a good song. But is it a top 10, top 15, even top 20 song of 2022? No, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, it's not. We just gotta keep it a bean here, and that's what we doing on the show. We keeping it a bean. You know what I mean? Drake, Future, and Tim's "Wait for You." You know, another good album that we reviewed this year. I Never Liked You. I mean, that wasn't even the best song on that album. Like, you know what I mean? So, and you already heard what I said about Just Wanna Rock. There's no way Body Yada Yada is top five. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Uzi literally said nothing on that song. Like, you know what I mean? And I love the song, but he didn't say anything. You know what I mean? Also, where we at? Jimmy Cooks. Yeah, because Drake was spitting on that joint. 21 was spitting on there. So, I could, see that song being up there. But let me get into some songs that aren't on this list, and for some reason, that should be on this list. Number one, and the biggest glaring, omission from this list is Johnny P's Caddy. Like, where the fuck is Johnny P's Caddy at? Like, did you not hear what, like, Benny? Did you not hear what Benny the Butcher said on there? Like, Benny ran his verse, and then J. Cole. Hold on. I usually don't do this, but I'm about to do this real quick. You know what I mean? Because I need to understand why a song that features this is not on it. Is not a top 10, top 20 song in 2022. A song that features On the Night I Was Born, the rain was pouring, God was crying, lightning struck, power outage, sparks was flying. The real one's here, the young boy that walked with lions around the outlines of chalk where the corpse is lying. Of course, I'm trying to revive a sport that's dying. But the guns and the drug bars that y'all relying got these nerves thinking that you niggas as hard as I am. But that just mean I ain't as comfortable as y'all with lying. Like, bro, how does a song with that verse on it not make the? I'm not even done yet, bro. He said stretching the truth. Stretching the truth. I never stress in the booth. They feel the pressure. Me, I feel like I just left the masseuse. Effortless. How I'm skating on these records was proof. I put your favorite rapper necking them loose. Never letting them loose. Cold world, the heat of blast of your speaker. Heat of last of Mohicans. No weekends last in my sneakers. Nigga want me on a song, he gonna see the rap of the reaper. I'll probably go to hell if Jesus asks for a feature. Like, come on, bro. Come the fuck on. Like, I'm higher than niggas. I don't need a bag full of reefers. I need a bag full of reefer. Some see the glass is empty. I see a glass full of ether. Like, come on, man. Collecting his bread and wine. Collecting his bread and mass like he a Catholic preacher. Just to count a nigga cash, you might need a calculus teacher. Eureka. Einstein on the brink of the theory of relativity. Really. No MC equal. Come on, man. Cole Penn be lethal. Crib like an old MTV show. On God, the best rapper alive. Headshot. Now go ask the best rapper that died. They'll tell you he never lied. Like, come on. That whole verse itself. that to me, that's verse of the year. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't heard a verse this year harder than that. I haven't. And for that song to not make the list is retarded. How does You Thought I Was Feeling You? That nigga Munch make the list, but Johnny P's Caddy doesn't? Like, are we fucking serious right now? Like, are we serious? How does You Thought I Was Feeling You? That nigga Munch make the list, but Super Gremlin does not make the list? Super Gremlin does not. We used to be superstars. Runner, like, come on, bro. How does Super Gremlin not make the list? How? Somebody, like, anybody that's watching in the comments, you let me know how Super Gremlin does not make the top songs of 2022. Tell me. Where am I wrong at right now? How does what happened to Virgil not make the list? Like, yeah, I mean, how does no song from like now if this list is based off of, chart position and everything, then okay, you got me. Like, you got me. I can't say anything because we basing it off charts. You know what I mean? But if we basing it off actual quality of music, the bars that were spit within the song, then a lot of these joints should not be on that list. Should not. Like, it's no way in hell. A lot of them, like Churchill Downs. You know what I mean? How does that not make the list? You know what I mean? Drake literally has nominee for verse of the year on that song. You know what I mean? Now I know, you know, Jack Harlow, fucked it up. Yeah, I mean, with his, I'm gonna pull 10,000 out, and my grandpapa died, so I'm not gonna pull 10. Whatever the fuck he said, like, yeah, I mean that, I know that just fucked the song over. Yeah, I mean, but like, come on, bro, come on, like, we gotta be serious here. Like, how does like I just know that my biggest gripe is no Super Gremlin, no Johnny P's Caddy on the list, but you thought I was feeling you, that nigga Munch on there. Huh? Like, what? What? Like, I need answers here, people. Like, I really do need I need some type of answers. How does Neck and Wrist not make this genre? Pusha T featuring Jay-Z. How does that how don't that make the list? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing this year? Like, you know what I mean? And then, Pushing P, lyrically, bar for bar, that song, it's really not, you know, it's not that fire, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's just a, little catchy hook. And matter of fact, the biggest omission from this list, how the fuck is the Heart Part 5 not on this list at all? Like, did we not hear the Heart Part 5? Did we not hear that? That was like literally peak Kendrick right there. Did we just forget that Kendrick Lamar was rapping this year? Now I know Rich Spirit and N95 made the list, cool. But the Hard Part 5 shits on both of those songs. Like, shits. I'm talking subway station shit on that joint. I'm talking you just got home from work and you run into the bathroom shit on that joint. I'm talking lactose intolerant and you just ate a gallon of ice cream shit on that joint. That's, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking. How the fuck did that not make the list? Listen, it's only one person on this earth that can stop me in my tracks when I'm talking. You know what I mean? And, that's the beautiful Lala is so random. Y'all make sure y'all follow her on all social media platforms. That's Lala is so random with a Z. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow my baby on all social medias. You know what I mean? But yeah, how does the Heart Part 5 not make the list? Like, one of the best rap songs I heard this year. You know what I mean? How does any song from we didn't have one Jid joint on there. You know what I mean? Not even a Cody Blue 31, not even a surround sound. Like, it's just, I don't know. Some of these lists are just blasphemous, just blasphemy. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put it up again for those that just came in. Yeah, I mean, so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, but this was a list that was put out, the top 15 songs, rap songs, hip hop songs of 2022. I mean, it's no way Ice Spice should be on this list. Lotto shouldn't be on here because Big Energy is really a pop song. Lil Uzi should not be on this list either. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, Shorty got that body yada yada. It's not a top five song. And I love Just Wanna Rock. Like, the song is fire. Like, is it top five, top 10 song of the year? Uh, no, it's not. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and me and him both being from Philly is not gonna save him on this one. Yeah, I mean, California Breeze with Lil Baby. No, like, I don't even remember that song. Like, how is, like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, Tomorrow too. As much as I love that song, yeah, I mean, because Cardi, like I said, Cardi, Cardi really fucked that beat up. You know what I mean? But for it to be top 10, no, it's not. It's not a top 10 song of 2022. Like, Doja Cat with Vegas, no, it's not. Like, this list, like I said, if this list is based off what it did on the charts and like its popularity amongst social media and other circles, then okay, I get it. But like I said, if we are basing this off of quality of music and the bars that were spit within the song, no, a lot of these songs do not belong up here. Like, they don't. And I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Like, I I would, I could give you my top 15, but I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, I mean, and because I'm gonna do that on my next episode, you know. And then how is, like, how is Put That Shit On not on there? Yeah, I mean, put that shit on. Eh? I mean, put that shit on. How is Put That Shit On not on the list? If y'all gonna put Munch and all this other shit on there, you know what I mean? Put That Shit On gotta be on the list. Shout out my boy AB. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta put that on there. You feel me? But I Just Want to Rock and Munch and all that? No. Like, no. Like, what other than You Thought I Was Feeling You, that nigga Munch, do you remember from that song? Like, anybody that's watching, you tell me, what do you remember other than that? What else did she say in that song that do you remember? I'll wait. Like, I will literally wait here and not say nothing until I get a comment telling me what you remember her saying other than You Thought I Was Feeling You, that nigga's a Munch. Like, I mean, yeah, nothing. You don't remember anything. You know what I mean? You don't. Like, but yeah, that's my gripe with that list. There's too many songs on there that are just really, the quality of music isn't that good. Like, you know what I mean, you had songs released from guys like Denzel Curry, from Joey Badass, Jid, you know what I mean, West Side Boogie, Benny the Butcher, you know what I mean, Dreamville, Kendrick, Pusha T, you know what I mean, Nas. Like, I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean, 3 a.m. in Glenwood is another joint. 21, like, bro. Middle of the Ocean by Drake? Bro. Listen, I'm going to give y'all next week, when I do my end of the year Welcome to HollyHood episode, you know what I mean? Because it will be New Year's Eve when that episode drops. I'm going to give you my top 10s, artists. Yeah, I mean, well, I already gave y'all that, but I'm going to give it to you again. Top 10 artists, my top 10 rap albums, top 10 songs, all that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all a proper list, not this bullshit these some white person probably crafted up. You know what I mean? I don't want to disrespect the whites because I got a few white homies that are immersed in the hip hop culture and they know what they talking about. Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out my boy Steve. You You know what I mean? He got his YouTube channel rocking. He get respect. I mean, because he know what the fuck he be talking about. And I guarantee you, had he compacted a list, concocted a list that you thought I was feeling you, which is not going to be on there. Like, but all right, let's get into these next Jones. So we got the top 20 hip hop albums of 2022. Now this joint was brought to you by, I believe, the social media page. Uh, what's the name here? According to hip hop. According to hip hop. You know what I mean? Now, so this is their list. You have King's Disease 3 by Nas, solid Jones. Soul separately, you know, by Freddie Gibbs, solid John. Cheat Codes, Danger Mouse, and Black Thought, another solid John. You know what I mean? So I have no gripes with those Jones. You know what I mean? No No Fear of Time. You know what I mean? That is the album by Black Star. You know what I mean? Talib Kweli and Yasin Bey. You know what I mean? Another solid John. The Forever Story. You know what I mean? Jid, I believe it made my top 5, so I don't have no problem with Jid making that list. Food for Thought, the album by Shay Noir, that definitely Food for Thought. She released Food for Thought in The Last Remnants. We reviewed The Last Remnants on What It Sound Like podcast. Food for Thought was definitely way better. You know what I mean? Way better. So I get it. You know what I mean? Hitler Wears Hermes 10 at 7. I don't know about that. Drill Music and Zion in the top 10. That's fine. I'm good with that. Tana Talk 4 in the top 10. As much as I love Benny the Butcher and I love Tana Talk 4, it's not top 10 this year. You know what I mean? It's Almost Dry, top 10. I could see that. No Rest for the Wicked, I had that in my top 10. So, you know what I mean? For it to be out of the top 10, at 11, okay. You know what I mean? That's all right. No Thank You. No, not for me. You know what I mean? That's a no thank you on that one for me. You know what I mean? Ramona Park Broke My Heart. Vince Staples definitely deserves consideration. You know what I mean? It was one of the hottest Johns this year. I'm a huge Vince Staples fan, so I'm not mad that this John made the list. You know what I mean? Because it was a very solid album. I mean, it was probably Vince's best since like Summertime '08. You know what I mean? And then you got Continuance, with Currency and Currency and Alchemist. Fire Project, is it a top 20 album of 2022? No, not to me. Yeah, man, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you on that one. Kiss the Ring by Rome Streets, another Fire John. Yeah, I mean, but top 20, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Ghetto Gods, that was Earth Gang, another album that we review on What It Sound Like podcast. Very fire album. You know what I mean? Was it top 20? Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. The Elephant Man's Bones, which is The Alchemist and Rock Marcy, that's definitely a consideration for top 20. Like, I do believe that. You know what I mean? Herbert by Ab Soul. You know what I mean? Another good John. You know what I mean? And then God Don't Make Mistakes. Conway. Another good John. And then Her Loss at 20. So, number one, the one album that's not on this list that's baffling as fuck to me is, why isn't Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers? Why is that album not on this list? Why? What the fuck were y'all listening to over there at According to Hip Hop that y'all don't have Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers in the top 20? Her Loss is in the top 20. 21, can you do something for me? It's better than Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers? No, it's not. Like, come the fuck on. Like, you know what I mean? You call yourself according to hip hop and you don't have one of the best hip hop albums on the list. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Seriously. You know what I mean? I really need to be in the room with these people when they concocting these lists. Like, cause you gotta you need to prefer your foot up your ass for doing this shit. Like, you know what I mean, for not having this, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is not on this list. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me that More Black Superheroes from West Side Boogie isn't on this list. 2000 by Joey Badass isn't on this list. Like, huh? Huh? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I need answers. Like, somebody in the comments, give me the answers. Like, I mean, I would ask Sway, but I don't got his number. So, I mean, I can't ask Sway what the answers are right now. So I'm asking you, the folks that's watching. Like, I need answers. Why isn't Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers on this list? Give me one solid reason why Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers isn't on this list. And just like I waited last time, I'm going to wait again. Like, I need one solid reason. I just need one. That's all. Who's ever out there, I just need one. I just need one from you. You don't have any. Yeah, man. So there's no Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers on this list. Crazy. There's no more black superheroes on this list. Crazy. There's not even they don't even have Melt My Eyes See Your Future from Denzel Curry on here. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like I said, no West Side Boogie. There's no more black superhero. Joey Badass with 2000. How does 2000 not make the list? But Her Loss does? Her Loss. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love Her Loss. The album is good. I mean, I love Major Distribution. I love 3 a.m. in Glenwood. I love Middle of the Ocean. Back Outside Boys. I love all that. But for that to make the list and Kendrick does not, like, somebody needs to see me in a back alley for at least 5 minutes. Like, you gotta throw your shit up. Like, real, like, you have to. Because this is some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's some bullshit. I told y'all tonight I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm a rant. Like, bro, Joey Badass literally had one of the best albums of the fucking year, man. I did my top 25 albums of 2022 on this joint a couple of weeks ago, like last month in November. And I did all just music, not just rap in general, but some of the rap albums that made my list. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which should have been on this list. You know what I mean? The Forever Story. Okay, that was on this list. Lupe, Drill Music in Zion. Okay, that was on this list. No Rest for the Wicked by Ransom. That was on this list. Joey Badass, 2000 was on my list. Not on here for some reason. You know what I mean? Pusha T, It's Almost Dry made the list. Good. I'm good with that. You know what I mean? It was on my list as well. West Side Boogie, More Black Superheroes did not make the list. Crazy. You know what I mean? King's Disease 3 made the list. Made my list as well. You know what I mean? I Never Liked You by Future made my list. Wasn't on this list, which I'm confused about. Saba with a few good things. Bro. If you, I'm telling you now, listen to me and listen to me good. I do not give out bad music recommendations. I like to believe that. Anybody I put somebody on to, they always say, okay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. Now there's some people that might, I'll try to throw some people away and they like, I just can't get with it. Everybody's ears don't work the same. That's fine. But usually more times than not, there I get the positive review. You know what I mean? And for Saba, not like A Few Good Things is one of the best albums I heard all year. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't know who Saba is, Saba, go look him up. You know what I mean? Go listen to A Few Good Things and then come back to me. You know what I mean? Come back to me. Because that's an album that should be in your rotation. You know what I mean? It was one of the best albums of this year. But it did not make this list. Soul Separately was on my list. It made this list, so I'm good with that. Yeah, I mean, Denzel Curry, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future did not make the list. Was on my list. Yeah, I mean, Conway the Machines, God Don't Make Mistakes. Definitely. You know what I mean? It was on my list, so I see that. You know what I mean? Tana Talk 4 as well was on my list. And I also did have Her Loss coming in at 25. But for Her Loss to be on the list and you don't have West Side Boogie, you don't have Joey Badass, you don't have Kendrick Lamar, what are we doing here? Like, how is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers not a top 20 rap album of the year? How? Like, I really need answers. Like, somebody tell me how that isn't a top 20 album. Tell me. Like, I really need to know. Like, I need somebody to give me these answers. Like, somebody has to tell me something. Like, or I'll go to According to Hip Hop myself, and we gonna have to talk about this because I don't get it. I really don't. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers should have been on this list. Next week when I come back, I will give you my top 20 rap albums of 2022. You know what I mean? Because there's some Jones on there that should be on here. You know what I mean? You know, that's not on there. And we gotta fix that. We definitely gotta fix that. Like, I get it, a lot of y'all people, y'all don't like Future. But I Never Liked You was one of the best albums that came out this year. Like, we not gonna sit here and play like it wasn't. Like, you know what I mean? You can say, oh man, Future don't got bars like that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Like, it was one of the best albums this year. Like, stop playing in my face. Like, cause that's what y'all doing right now. Y'all really playing in my face, and I don't appreciate it. Like, I don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this list, when I looked at it and I did not see Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I wanted to punch somebody. Like, I really did. I wanted to, just walk up to a random person and just punch them because that album was not on here. Like, and I still want to punch somebody. Like, I still do. Like, somebody has to answer for this. Like, somebody has to. And they are going to get questioned with my fist. Like, this, like, not having Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers on this list, that's like y'all, it's like just as bad as you putting Jack Harlow's album on the list, which wasn't on the list, which I'm thank God it wasn't. But had you put that on there, that would have been just as bad. Maybe even worse. And to have Her Loss on that, John, before you put Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is just asinine to me. Like, it really doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Like, you know what I mean? It's mind blowing. But yeah, man. That's yeah, top 20 albums of 2022. And you don't have Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers on there, which was literally the best rap hip hop album that was released this year. And it wasn't on there. Like, okay, you could argue King's Disease 3. Yeah, I mean, because King's Disease 3 is a godly album. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I mean, Nas did his thing on that joint. But Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, bro. Like for it not to make a top 20 is just complete blasphemy. I mean, and somebody has to answer for this. Like they do. And the person who made that list, I hope your Christmas tree falls down tomorrow. Like and all the ornaments break. Like I hope that happens tomorrow. Like just because you're a fucking idiot for not adding that album to this list. Like I mean, I may be sounding harsh. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is one of the best rap albums. And anybody that knows me, am I Kendrick Lamar biased? Hell to the fucking yes. Kendrick can do no wrong to me. No wrong. But I'm not the only person on earth that thinks that way. You know what I mean? Because everything that man puts out is a masterpiece. Literally all his albums, bro. Literally all his albums. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. To Pimp a Butterfly, classic. To me, To Pimp a Butterfly is the second greatest album of all time, behind Hitler's Homie, Kanye West with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. To me, that's the best album I ever heard in my life. I mean, regardless of his, Nazi ways, that's a good album. That's a great album. It's a masterpiece. But back to my point. To Pimp a Butterfly, classic. You know what I mean? Damn, classic. If we even want to add Section 80, classic. Like, what are we doing here? Like, he's a walking classic. Like, he's really the personification of classic. Like, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? We got to get this together here. You know what I mean? But let's move on to the next John. So this was also according to hip hop's top 10 MCs of 2022. So they had Nas, Black Thought, Freddie Gibbs, Talib Kweli, Ransom, Shay Noir, Lupe Fiasco, Benny the Butcher, J.I.D., Pusha T. Now, clearly, according to hip hop, just hates Kendrick Lamar. Just clearly. You know what I mean? I'm just going to go out there and say it. They have no respect for Kendrick. You know what I mean? Because for you to not have him on the top albums and to not have him on the top MCs is just blasphemy. You know what I mean? It's blasphemy. Like, it really does not make any sense. You know what I mean? It makes no sense for you to exclude Kendrick from both of those lists. Now, Nas being on this list, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Freddie Gibbs had a hell of a run this year. I'm fine. Talib Kweli, no. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Was the album with Yasin Bey fire? Yeah, it was, but it did not warrant him a top 10 spot. We're just going to keep it a beat. Ransom, I'm good with that. Shay Noir, Food for Thought was fire, but Love the Genius had the best verse on that album. You know what I mean? Period. So, I'm just saying, bruh. Lupe Fiasco, I'm good with that. Benny the Butcher, I'm cool. Jid, yes. Pusher, yes. You know what I mean? But there's no Joey Badass. There's no Bodie James on this list. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, according to hip hop, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. Like, I'm really gonna need y'all to get it together, cause if you gonna put yourself out there like you the pulse of this rap shit, the pulse of this hip hop shit, we need y'all to do things the right way. You know what I mean? And the right way is adding Kendrick Lamar to this list, to the list I just talked about, and to this list. Like, for Kendrick not to be on here is crazy. Like, and I just broke down another top 10 at the beginning of the show that featured Lil Wayne and Gucci Mane. You know what I mean? So I don't know what niggas was listening to this year. You know what I mean? But clearly we weren't listening to the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, every rapper on this list can rap. You know what I mean? There's not a bad rapper on this list in front of you. You know what I mean? But no, Talib Kweli was not top 5 this year. Like, how? What are we talking about? Talib Kweli was top 5 this year, but Kendrick wasn't? Like, Kendrick wasn't top 5.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
Like, come on, man. Come on. Listen, I'm a spin the block. You know, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all my top 20 rap albums of the year. I'm also gonna give you my top 20 songs. You know what I mean? You know, I already gave you my rap artists, but for the people that weren't here earlier, I'll spin the block on it again so you can see it. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm gonna do next week. But like, I'm just disappointed that there's no Kendrick Lamar on either of these lists. Like, yeah, I mean, once I seen that Kendrick was on this, wasn't involved on this top 10, this was my initial reaction. Like, I immediately was like,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
like that's when I seen the list. I'm like, I don't care about this list. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? But then I said, let me care enough to do my podcast and talk about it. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not happy with Kendrick not being on this list. Like, I'm not happy with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers not being on the list either. I'm not happy with 2000 by Joey Badass not being on a top 20 album list, or More Black Superheroes by Westside Boogie, which was one of the best rap albums this year, and you don't have it on the list. But Her Loss done, huh? What? Come on, come on. Like I said, I'm asking the fans, the people that's watching, I need answers from y'all. Okay, I need answers from y'all because, like I said, I don't have Sway's number, so I can't ask Sway for the answers. So I'm gonna ask y'all. You know what I mean? But also, speaking of asking, you know, there will be a new segment that I am dropping on this show, which is called Ask the Sensei. You know what I mean? I am the sensei. I am here to teach you. You know what I mean? That's my job as a sensei, is to teach. You know what I mean? To help you, my disciples, learn. You know what I mean? So if you have anything that you want to know, you know what I mean, that you want to ask the sensei, you ask this, you know what I mean? Ask your boy. You know what I mean? You can ask me at HollyHood underscore Sensei 215. You know what I mean? You can ask me on my Twitter, and you can ask me on my Instagram. You know what I mean? Just hit that DM up, send your question in, and I will answer it on the show next week. You know what I mean? So whatever questions you have for the sensei, bring them on. I'm gonna answer them for you. You know what I mean? And yeah, this has been another episode of Welcome to HollyHood. You know, it's the 2022 hip hop review. But like I said, it's been one of the best years in music. You know what I mean? For me, like, just musically, not, you know, hip hop was definitely a solid year. Like, I mean, I already told y'all, you know, and I'll just give you some of my favorite albums that I heard this year. Like, I mean, you know, I did like the Earth Gang album, Ghetto Gods. You know, Pusha T's album was fire. Uh, shit, Lloyd Banks's new album, what, Course of the Inevitable 2, you know what I mean, was another fire project that wasn't even mentioned on the list. You know what I mean, which is crazy to me. You know, I don't get how that wasn't on this list. You know what I mean, Self Love 2, you know what I mean, by Love the Genius, another one that I loved. You know, A Few Good Things by Saba. You know what I mean, I Never Liked You, Future. You know, what else? Lil Durk's 77220. You know what I mean? That John was another one of my favorites this year. Killing Nothing by Boldy James, another favorite of mine. What else? 2000 by Joey Badass. Like, how didn't 2000 make this list? Like, what are we doing? Did y'all not hear anything Joey was spitting on that album? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, like, what the fuck do y'all be doing on these publications sometimes? Like, yeah, I mean, Larry June. Yeah, I mean, Larry June put out Spaceships on the Blade, another fire project this year. You know what I mean? Like, it was some The Liz 2 by Armani Caesar, another joint that was fire. Like, I mean, it was a lot of good projects this year. Also, you had Simba Results Take Time with DJ Drama, another fire project. I mean, Rex Life Raj, The Blue Hour. Like, yo, there was a lot of fire joints this year. And, hip hop really did their thing this year in 2022. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of great material that was released, and there was a lot of great material that was left off that list. It was a lot of great songs that was left off the list that I did previous. You know what I mean? You put Ice Spice on there, but you know what I mean? Whatever, bro. Like, listen, this has been Welcome to Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, I am the sensei of the Blur Cartel, CEO status, half of the dynamic duo. You know what I mean? Shout out my boy, Amazing Spider Cam. I mean, but you make sure you follow the Blur Cartel on all social media platforms. I mean, and when I say all social media platforms, I mean all social media platforms. It's the Blur Cartel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, even on Reddit. Yeah, I mean, you want to listen to our podcast, The Round Table, what it sound like? Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music for your listening needs. Also, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Deezer, all that. Anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find those two podcasts on. You know what I mean? And also, this podcast, Welcome to Hollywood, every Saturday at 6 p.m. You know what I mean? Only on the Blur Cartel. You can see it also on the Blur Cartel's YouTube channel. You can see it on my personal YouTube channel, which is HollyHood _ Sensei 215 on my YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe there. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'll be back next week, you know what I mean, with the another year in review top, part two. You know what I mean? It'll be New Year's Eve. You know what I mean? So y'all come through, rock with your boy next Saturday. You know what I mean? You can catch me again on the Blur Cartel in about an hour and some change with Make It Make Sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll be talking about what transpired between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. So, definitely you could catch me on there. There will be no After Dark tonight. I'm just going to put that out there now. We're going to come back with Blur Cartel After Dark starting 2023. I mean, we got all new, it's the show's going to get revamped. I mean, we're going to give you better topics, more, theme-based episodes, not just, questions that go all over the place. You know what I mean? We're going to fix up that format. You know what I mean? And, so make sure y'all tune in, at the start of 2023 when we bring back Blur Cartel After Dark. And like I said, I will be on Make It Make Sense tonight. Thank you, baby. I wish you would have been, I wish you could have been on the episode with me, but we'll have more episodes in the future. And like I said, make sure y'all follow Lala is so random with a Z on all social media platforms. I mean, you follow my baby, hit that like button. You know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button. Go on her Instagram, flutter with likes. Like, I mean, she's beautiful, bro. Like, when I tell you this woman is fucking absolutely gorgeous, and I'm not just saying it because I'm her boyfriend. I'm just like, the woman is beautiful. Like, if I wasn't her boyfriend, I'd be hounding her right now in the DM. I'm going to keep it a bean. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's just how beautiful she is. You know what I mean? And I'm lucky to have her. But you follow Lala is so random with the Z on all social media platforms. And you can follow me, HollyHood _ Sensei 215 on all social media platforms as well. You know what I mean? I will be back next week. Like I said, I already told y'all what we're going to be talking about. You know what I mean? We're going to get back into this 2022 review. And also on what it sound like, we'll be doing catch us coming up on Thursday on the 29th. We will be giving you the what it sound like year in review, where we give you our top album of the year, our top artist of the year, things of that nature. So come on through, rock with us. We're gonna have it's gonna be like the What It Sound Like Awards. You know what I mean? So y'all come through, rock with us on that one. This has been Welcome to Hollywood, episode 10. Thanks for everybody that joined in tonight, tuned in. I rock with y'all. I love y'all. And I will see y'all next week. You know what I mean? We up out of here, man. Just play this video and then I'm gonna get on up out of here.